created this because there was enough changes now that I've introduced seam period display that it might not be intuitive when you first use it, because I was trying to focus on ways to manipulate the calendar settings that's fairly efficient when you're using it, rather than super descriptive for the first time user. So it might not be intuitive enough to make sense of it, and that's what this video is for. The big change then, like I said, is seam periods, and that's why this new bar is up here. These represent the 3 bid periods, colored slightly different, and I'll show you why in another screen here in just a second. By default, this here is selected, and the reason is because as it stands, when you first open it, it operates the way it always has. You select the months, populates everything, and you don't have to use any of the new features if you don't want to. Now, if you do want to use the new features, there are some new display items on here. So on the months, you can see each month has the line, the start day of the week, whether it's a 7 and 7 or 8 and 6, and it also shows the seam down here. We'll get into that a little bit more here in just a second. Now, if you want to change a particular schedule, like for example, if I press this, it's going to go to 8 and 6, and it's going to do it for all 3 bid periods unless I deselect some of them. Actually, I wanted that one. It's also going to look to see if there is a start date for what schedule you're picking. So 8 and 6 doesn't have a Sunday start. If I click it, it's going to tell me that. So I'm going to have to pick one that a valid start date for that schedule. So now when I click here, it will switch that to 8 and 6. You'll see the next month still has what we previously had selected, which was line 3, Sunday 7 and 7. And this other icon here is another new thing that will show you the entire year that you selected, because on smaller form factors like iPhones, you don't get to see the entire calendar like you do on the iPad, so it makes it harder to see what you have selected. So when you click on it, it'll kind of show you the whole year, what you have selected for it. It also dims out the same things that you have selected up here. So if I select the whole year, obviously it'll be highlighted. And what I could do is change the line even from here. So if I wanted to change June through September, I could do it straight from here. It probably would be nice if I could change the schedule 7 and 7, 8 and 6 from here too, but that's for a later iteration. So back to this screen and some of the changes. Red is still a holiday. Gray is a work day. White is a day off. And then here, when you have a combination of gray and red, that means you're working that holiday. And then you can see the hash pattern for the seam. So, for example, if I change this to maybe this start date, you can see that the seam period changed significantly. And that's one of the bigger changes. It also shows you what table it's using, more of a debug thing, but at the same time kind of, well, it's a debug thing because you don't really care what table it is. All you care about is the seam. But if you see something that's amiss, please let me know on the message board or send me a text, whatever, because I'd like to fix it if it's possible. I can't check every single combination, and shoot, this is software, so it's there's quite possibly a bug in there somewhere. Did the best I could. And I think that covers pretty much everything. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but that will select or deselect all of them. And let me know if you can think of better ways to do things or things that aren't working right. Always happy to hear new ideas and see if it can be implemented. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was somewhat useful.